Abraham Lincoln, an iconic figure in American history, is widely known as the 16th President of the United States. He is often celebrated for his monumental achievements, particularly in preserving the Union during the Civil War and abolishing the abhorrent practice of slavery. However, if we delve deeper into the annals of history, beyond the surface of his well-crafted speeches and the solemn portraits that grace the pages of history books, we uncover a profound narrative of a man who faced staggering personal and political challenges, driven by an unwavering vision of a nation where all men are created equal. Lincoln's journey is one marked by remarkable resilience, unwavering determination, and an indomitable spirit. Imagine, if you will, the United States during a tumultuous period in its history, an era when the nation was teetering on the brink of disintegration. The country was a house divided, torn apart by the incendiary issue of slavery, with its future hanging precariously in the balance. Amidst this chaos, there stood a man, unassuming in his demeanor and humble in his origins, who rose to guide his country through its most harrowing days. This is the compelling story of Abraham Lincoln, a transformative figure whose actions and decisions indelibly altered the course of history forever. Born in a modest log cabin in the year 1809 in the state of Kentucky, Lincoln's early life was marked by considerable hardship and adversity. His family struggled with poverty, frequently relocating in search of better economic prospects and opportunities. Despite the challenges that confronted him, Lincoln's formal education was limited to just over a year. However, his insatiable thirst for knowledge propelled him forward, driving him to become a self-taught scholar. He could often be found poring over books by the flickering light of a small fire, hungry for understanding and wisdom. Although he labored on the land, his aspirations reached far beyond the confines of his circumstances, reflecting a deep yearning for something greater. The trials of his youth, while far from glamorous, played a crucial role in shaping Lincoln's character. They instilled in him a quiet resilience, a deep capacity for reflection, and an unwavering sense of justice, qualities that would come to define him and resonate throughout history in ways that continue to inspire generations long after his time. By the time he reached his mid-20s, Lincoln had begun to carve out a reputation for himself in the world of politics. He took his first steps into public service by joining the Illinois state legislature, where he began to hone his skills as a leader and orator. Yet it was during the tumultuous decade of the 1850s, amidst the escalating tensions surrounding the issue of slavery, that Lincoln's voice began to rise above the cacophony of political discourse. The passage of the Kansas-Nebraska Act in 1854, which permitted the expansion of slavery into new territories, ignited a firestorm of moral outrage within him. It was at this critical juncture that he stepped onto the national stage, articulating a firm stance against the spread of slavery, rooted in the belief that it was fundamentally incompatible with the principles of freedom and equality upon which the nation was founded. His famous debates with Senator Stephen Douglas during the Illinois Senate race of 1858 solidified his status as a prominent leader in the anti-slavery movement, showcasing his eloquence and unwavering principles. In 1860, Lincoln's election as President of the United States represented a pivotal moment in American history, one that would set the nation on an irreversible path toward conflict. Southern states, apprehensive about the potential loss of their right to own slaves, began to secede from the Union. As states like South Carolina broke away, Lincoln found himself confronted with an agonizing decision. Should he allow the Union to fracture, or should he take a resolute stand to preserve it at all costs? His choice to engage in war was not merely about maintaining the integrity of the nation. It was also a moral confrontation with the deeply entrenched institution of slavery itself. Thus began the Civil War, one of the bloodiest and most consequential conflicts in American history. In the early stages of the war, Lincoln's primary objective was the restoration of the Union. However, as the conflict dragged on and the toll of war mounted, it became increasingly evident that the institution of slavery, one of the war's fundamental causes, needed to be abolished. In a bold and decisive move, on January 1, 1863, Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation. This executive order declared that all enslaved individuals in Confederate-held territories were to be set free, marking a turning point not only in the war but also in the moral landscape of the nation. It was a daring act that would reshape the dynamics of the conflict and signify the beginning of the end for an institution that had shackled the nation for centuries. The Emancipation Proclamation was not simply a legal document. It was a profound declaration of human rights, a significant step toward ensuring that America would no longer be a land where human beings could be owned as property. Just months later, Lincoln delivered what would become one of the most celebrated speeches in American history, the Gettysburg Address, standing at the site of a brutal battle where thousands of soldiers had sacrificed their lives to preserve the Union. Lincoln reminded the nation of its foundational ideals. He articulated a vision for America that echoed through time. 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty, and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. With these powerful words, Lincoln encapsulated the purpose of the war and the essence of the nation's struggle to ensure that America would uphold its promise of equality for all its citizens. The Civil War ultimately concluded in 1865, resulting in the preservation of the Union and the abolition of slavery through the passage of the 13th Amendment later that year. Lincoln had emerged victorious from the war. He had dismantled the institution of slavery and safeguarded the Union. However, his triumph was tragically short-lived. Just days after General Robert E. Lee's surrender at Appomattox Courthouse, Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth at Ford's Theater, leaving the nation in a state of profound shock and mourning for the leader who had navigated them through their darkest hour. Abraham Lincoln's life stands as a testament to struggle, sacrifice, and an unwavering commitment to the ideals of freedom and equality. From his humble beginnings to his untimely demise, he fundamentally reshaped the very fabric of the nation. The abolition of slavery was not merely a political victory, it was a profound moral triumph that reverberates through history, serving as a guiding light in the ongoing pursuit of justice and equality. His legacy continues to influence America today, reminding us that the pursuit of justice, freedom, and equality is an ongoing journey that requires constant vigilance and dedication. As we reflect on the extraordinary life of Abraham Lincoln, we are reminded that true leadership transcends mere power. It is about holding steadfast to one's convictions, particularly in the face of adversity, and making choices that align with what is right, even when the odds seem insurmountable. In the end, Lincoln's impact was not confined to reshaping America. He fundamentally changed the world for the better, leaving an indelible mark on the course of human history. Thank you for joining us in this episode of Histoire Unfolded. If you found this video insightful, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more compelling stories about the remarkable figures who have shaped our world. We always welcome your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. Until we meet again, remember, history is not merely a record of the past, it is a treasure trove of lessons that we carry into the future, guiding our actions and shaping our collective destiny. Thanks for joining me on this journey through history. If you enjoyed exploring the story of insert historical figure or topic, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps more history lovers find us. Don't forget to subscribe to Histoire Unfolded and click the notification bell, so you're always updated when we reveal more incredible moments and people from the past. Have a suggestion for our next topic? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your ideas. Until next time, keep uncovering the stories that shaped our world.